Welcome to our Wellness Wednesday Health Show. My name is Dr. H. Kala Hewlett, DC, President of Back Pain and Sciatica Center of Texas, Houston Neuropathy Solutions, and Houston Stem Cell Solutions. The goal of the show is to bring you relevant health and wellness information that you can apply in your life immediately to improve your health and wellness. Now, our topic for today is stress and anxiety. Now, why are we talking about this? Here we are at the beginning of May, and just yesterday I came across a recent article in the news that highlights the effects of stress and anxiety. This is written by Dr. Bruce Schwartz, and it was a recent poll, and it says, high anxiety among Americans during the COVID-19 pandemic. The article says half of Americans are anxious about the possibility of getting COVID-19. 62% are anxious about the possibility of family and loved ones getting COVID-19. He goes on to say, the stress and anxiety caused by the pandemic can and is having an effect on people's physical and mental health. During this time, it is important to do what we can to maintain self-care and manage the stress. Now, leading health experts will tell you that stress is one of the leading causes, and in some doctors' opinion, the leading cause of death in this country. Stress being a primary factor in so many diseases, including heart disease, which is the #1 killer, that it's important to understand how we can best manage and help our body adapt those stresses. Right now, we see both positive and negative reactions to stress. Some of the negative reactions we see are alcohol sales have gone through the roof, cigarette sales through the roof, as people are trying to cope with these bad vices of the stress they're experiencing. Today, though, we want to talk to you about some healthier options. That's why we're coming to you live from Elements Therapeutic Massage here in Lake Conroe. And I'm excited to introduce to our guest this morning. It's Mr. Matt Mandolagini. I'm sorry, Matt, I pronounced your last name. Mandolagini. Now, Matt has been the owner of Elements Massage both here in the Woodlands for over 7 years. And he is very competent in 3 languages, English, Thai, and Turkish. So Matt is a very well-seasoned man and involved in multiple different businesses over the years. But let's talk about what first got you interested in the massage industry.
Yeah, I worked for a company called SunGuard Data Systems for almost my entire career, and I was involved in about 6 different startups, and so all software related. But I ran SunGuard Asia Pacific for a number of years and lived in Singapore. And massage there is really a way of life. It is what you would do normally. It's not a luxury or anything else. People do this as part of their daily activity. And when we came back home to the States, I had just running around all over the world and everything else. I had a significant health issue, and so we decided that I would retire. But I wanted to do something, and what do I do other than sit on boards and things like that? We decided that we would own something that is very healthy and be involved in it, and where I could get regular massages all the time. And so we looked at the different sort of massage franchises and what have you, and we really liked Elements for the pure reason that it is only pure therapeutic massage. And so we bought 2 studios. We started one up in the Woodlands, and then we bought the one here in Lake Conroe. And it's been a blast. The greatest thing about the job is I get 2 to 3 massages a week. It's a way for us to keep in touch with our therapist, as well as get the total benefit of massage.
Now, I want to go back to Singapore because you mentioned that it's much more common there.
Yes.
And I found in some of those Asian countries, they are not as quick to use medication. Whereas in our culture, if we have an ache or pain, it's either pick up an over-the-counter pill or go get a prescription. How's culturally, talk a little bit more about culturally the difference between how people would manage symptoms that would typically be medicated in our culture versus how they're handled.
Yeah, I mean, you get a headache, you're not going to go in and go get a bottle of Bayer aspirin or Tylenol. You're going to go get a massage. You're going to get relaxed. You're stressed. You're going to go get a massage and to relax you, to calm you down. maybe get an herbal tea or something like that. But just the whole idea is the more homeopathic sort of remedies. But massage is probably one of the key things that they use to manage stress, their blood pressure, and a variety of other things.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think we do that here. You know, you get a backache, you pop a Tylenol or an Aleve or something. Nothing wrong with those, but you know, go get a massage.
It's a different, you know.
It's absolutely a different mindset.
I know some people will consider massage alternative, and from my perspective, it has been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years, right? And so it's really not alternative. It stood the test of time. To me, the medications are alternative. We're just more commonly used here. So we look at what I consider traditional medicine and conventional medicine. And I consider massage more traditional medicine, where it's been around for the thousands of years.
Literally.
It's proven the test of time. We know its benefits versus some things that are more culturally accepted in our country have only been used for a couple decades, really, a few decades, more conventional. But I love that approach. Now, you said you get massages a couple times a week?
Yes, 2-3 times a week.
Why do you personally find that you want to get them 2 to 3 times a week? What benefit do you receive in your life?
When I get a massage, I am totally relaxed. I mean, and I get a deep tissue massage. Now, I don't get a deep tissue massage 3 times a week. I'll get a deep tissue. The next one will be a lighter pressure just for relaxation. I'll get the knots worked out maybe, and then I'll come back and Friday or Saturday I'll get another one. And I get relaxed, lowers my blood pressure. I walk every day, so that also helps with the tight muscles and things like that. And it's also a great way for me to stay in touch with my therapist.
You mentioned blood pressure, and if you don't mind sharing personal information, if you don't, I totally understand. I'm putting you on the spot here. Is that blood pressure, is that something that has gone up for you over the years?
It went up over the years, and it has dropped over the years as well. Once actually started to get regular massages when we bought the studios, it slowly started to go down, and now I'm like 120 over 70.
Are you on any medication for it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I was.
Yeah. So previously on blood pressure medication. And now, for those of you, we're not advocating that that's a treatment for it, but elevated blood pressure is a direct result of stress. So massage addresses the components of stress, lower stress levels. From a physiological perspective, blood pressure starts to regulate. Some other things that happen in your body with stress. When you have elevated stress, blood pressure goes up, heart rate goes up, the bad cholesterol production goes up. So there's a domino and a cascade of physiological negative effects to stress that occur in our body. And that results in so many health diseases and a contributing factor. So it's really cool that that's something you've personally experienced, is reduce the stress, right? Improve the physiology of the body. Now, what are some things that, because you've been closed, right? You've been having to be closed with this current pandemic we're in. And we're just talking, hey, you got people calling in like, hey, I'm stressed, I need to get a massage. What are some things that people at home that can't leave and can't get a massage right now, things that they could do?
Right. There's some real simple things to do. If you have, for example, a rolling pin for like pies, right? Not that I make pies, but we do have a rolling pin at home. You can get that, put that underneath your muscles in your leg, or even on your arms, have your child or grandchild or husband or wife, kind of roll it up and down your muscles. That can help. That actually works very well. Or find a ball or one of those foam things, sort of circular foam things, right? And use that. There's a number of things you can do that. Another one is I'll get a towel, like a bath towel, put it on my legs and stretch out my legs. Because stretching is really, really key. It is really key. And so those types of things you can do. And until you can get in here and get a true massage. Yeah. So
no, those are some great tips. You talked about the rolling pin, and years back, I first was introduced to something called the stick. And at that time, this is going back 15 plus years, it was used by Olympic athletes, the Los Angeles Lakers. That was when they were winning their championships. Their trainer would use it, and it was like a rolling pin, but it was made for muscles, And so I love that concept. And
Yep.
I've actually had a couple of those over the years that we've used at home, and I've used in my patients at our clinic. So very, very good. Well, let's do this. Let's do a brief tour
Sure.
of the office, and we keep talking as we go around. I'm going to switch the camera here so we can see everything. Now, I'm going to see. There we go.
This is our lobby, obviously, and we have a total of 11 rooms. 7 rooms down here, and then another 4 rooms and an office on that part of the studio. And by the way, this is Karen Picciarelli. She is our manager for the Lake Conroe studio.
Excellent.
And she's a phenomenal manager.
Now, what type of massages do y'all offer here?
Yeah, we do sports massage. There's a lot of athletes that lift weights, they run, they play baseball, whatever. They'll come in here for a serious sports massage where it's a lot deeper and really work out the kinks and the soreness of the muscles. We do cupping, which is a very, very old tradition where they'll use a cup, and the cup basically pulls up the toxins up to the fascia on your arms, legs, or on your back. It pulls it, and what happens is then blood comes in there and sort of repairs that damage that might have been done to the muscles because of whatever strain that you had or not that you had. So we'll do cupping, we do obviously aroma.
Going back to the sports massage,
Sure.
I think that's so valuable.
Yeah.
Last year I was watching Time versus Tom, right? Tom Brady, the football player who's now in his 40s. And in multiple of the videos in that series, he had his massage therapist. And he would get massages, it seemed like, on a daily basis. But he attributed his flexibility, his longevity in his career to massage. And then the cupping, Michael Phelps made that famous
Exactly.
during the Olympics. It looked like large hickeys, really, for lack of a better word, throughout his body. But again, professional athletes at elite levels had utilized massage and cupping to help them perform.
By the way, that practice, the cupping practice, is over 3,000 years old. Okay. And it really does work. It's very neat. But you're right, Michael Phelps actually really got it out there for everyone. But a lot of our massage, I would say probably 60% of them are primarily for relaxation. You're stressed out, you got kids at home, the job is tough, you have what's going on right now, and it really is to come in and relieve that stress. That's what really, I would say 60% of the massages are, is to just relax you, relieve your stress, put you in a better, so you can sleep better at night, lower your blood pressure and everything else.
I love it. I'll tell patients that stress is like, if you can picture a cup of water, right? And every day the stresses of life is pouring water into that cup. And eventually that water starts to spill over. And that's where symptoms, blood pressure, heart disease, that's the effect of water running over our cup. But getting massages like having a valve at the bottom of that cup that lets some of that water out, so you can handle the stresses that tomorrow will bring. Because we know they're going to keep coming. Like stresses in life, different waves, shapes, and sizes, but they keep coming.
That's right.
But stress, it sounds like, is a way to help your body better adapt to those stresses.
It is the most harmful thing that you encounter on a daily basis. And you just have to manage that well, and massage is one way to manage it.
Let's check out some of the rooms if we can.
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect. Got it. Thank you. Looks like multiple rooms, all private treatment rooms for the therapist.
And this is the size of the rooms. All the tables are adjustable. They go up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have all these covered for the time being, just because of that we are closed. But they have a nice fleece blanket on top so that the client is nice and warm, and the therapist gets to do his or her thing right here. And every room has a table you can hang your clothes up. And we have music throughout the studio, and it's adjustable per room. The lighting is adjustable per room, and where it's kind of dimmed a little bit.
Mhm.
So it's nice, relaxing atmosphere, the nice music, and it's perfect.
That's excellent. We'll set on back in front. Just the lighting's a little bit dark in here.
Yes.
Now, we were talking a few minutes ago about some of the additional measures that you've implemented. We'll head on up front here if that's okay, Matt. Additional safety measures that you guys implemented even before you had to shut down and that you're going to continue to do moving forward. You want to talk about that just briefly as we're wrapping up?
Absolutely. Even before we were shut down, when the whole thing with the whole pandemic started, we staggered all of our appointments by 15 minutes. So we have somebody start at 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:30, 10 o'clock, so on. And then we added 15 minutes to every single session for sanitization. So not that the session length went another 15 minutes, but we went in and sanitized every single room so that we could reduce any kind of risk that you may have had. That has worked actually pretty well for us, and the clients were not bothered by it at all, and actually they appreciated it, and we will continue to do that. When we do open, and we're looking at the 18th, all the therapists will have masks on. The clients, as preference, can have a mask or not have a mask. If they want a mask, they can have a mask. But all of the staff will have a mask, and we will social distance as well. And we are also considering opening up a half an hour early and staying a half an hour late to sort of get in all the clients that actually want to come in. And we're so excited and cannot wait till we start going, because I need my massages as well.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to get a massage. So.
Well, excellent. Well, that's one thing. One last thought as we're wrap up here in just a few minutes. And I'll flip it back around this way. I was reading this morning. It was 10 facts by the CDC that they put out yesterday evening. And I saw it this morning on my news feed. And one of them said, it's important to understand that there are other health conditions besides COVID-19. Something that you've heard me say for those of us who you watched the show for a while, and stress and blood pressure and heart disease and anxiety, all those are some of those contributing factors. So really important at this time to take care of those other health issues before they become major. And that's what I love about massage. If you can address it now before it becomes a heart attack, I'm using that just an example, or a more serious health condition, it's a much more pleasurable way to manage and prevent some of those serious conditions.
Yep.
So Matt, if someone wants to reach out and get in touch with you guys, what's the best way?
Give us a call, go to our website. Our website is Elements Massage Elements Massage at Karen, help me.
Karen, help.
You got me. I don't even know.
Do you have a Facebook page?
Yes, we do.
What's the Facebook page?
Karen?
Elements Massage Lake Conroe.
Elements Massage.
Elements Massage Lake Conroe.
I'm
Perfect.
so sorry.
And the phone number again?
936-588-0023.
All right. And then we'll put this on a link as well. That way they can just click a button and go there. All right. We're going to sign off on this Wellness Wednesday. Wish you guys the best in health. As always, stay safe and be well.